About 30 miles north of Charlotte. On I-85 is Salisbury, North Carolina. There's a great downtown district that you can go check out. A lot of old historic buildings, including the courthouse that I have to go to jury duty here in about a month. If your carry conceal is up to date, go ahead and check out downtown Salisbury. Rainstorm has just come through this area for tonight's race, so we are doing some track prep. But the Millbridge Speedway once again will host a D&Q karting series Hoosier Tire Fall Final, the last race of the 2022 season. 5 champions will be crowned for tonight's races. 45 points is the margin for a national championship, and Alex Lacanada, you have the lead in the national championship points going into this final race. 45-point lead over Kidwell. How do you feel like your chances are tonight? Track's extremely different than what it was last race.
I think we'll be all right. Kidwell has the genius of Tony Barkman, but I got one better. I have my crew chief Troy Davis and my car chief Sam Emery. So we got a lot of things playing out in our favor today. Obviously, being Eddie's little buddy helps. So I think it's going to be a good race, and I think we'll be all right in the end.
So this year you haven't made a lot of friends. Is tonight the night that you have to avoid all those people trying to get payback? Because I'm sure they know you're leaving.
No, I don't think so. The last few races have been fairly clean, and we've been qualifying better. So when you qualify in the back of the pack with all those other squirrels, it's tough. But hopefully we can have another good qualifying effort tonight and make our way to the front.
Did you ever think that you'd be in this position to win the national championship? Barely made it in at the beginning of the year here to get to this national championship group, and now you're leading the points. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we actually got in on a waiver. We weren't even supposed to make it, so that just shows how flawed the system is. And thanks to Tech, we won the last 2 races, so it really paid off for us. But just from Troy and I showing up here earlier this year and being about 2 seconds off to now leading the pack is it's pretty cool.
Alex Lacanada looking to make some champagne showers here in a couple hours. All the drivers are part of the drivers' meeting, which takes place for verbal abuse for Ashley Burnett, to let everybody know what's going on for tonight's feature events at the Hoosier Tire Fall Final. Let's go down and talk to our second place runner for that national championship. Well, the second place driver in that national championship battle is John Kidwell. John, you're 45 back. Anthony's only 60 back. So it's achievable, but you're going to have a little help here tonight. Alex put himself in a really good position here to win this championship. What do you have to do to make that happen?
Man, just got to have a little luck swing our way. Alex, coming out strong in those last race and won both double feature nights. So he's got a big lead, and we just got to basically be up front, and hopefully he has a bad night. It's just all about your track position, of course, and just not to make sure you don't get shit canned at the end.
Now, we talked to Alex about that. He has not made a lot of friends throughout the whole year. He's just hoping to capitalize on somebody, get maybe a little bit of payback here tonight. Yeah,
that's about the biggest thing. You said it. I've heard that he hasn't made some friends this year, but me and him, we've raced clean. We've banged side panels, but for the most part, we've raced clean. So I don't owe him one, but hopefully somebody will.
And your brother Anthony down here, Anthony, he's 60 back. Your brother's 45 back. You're 60 back to winning this national championship here tonight. A very long shot. It could happen, though.
Oh, it definitely could happen. Anything could happen. We're just going to make some final adjustments and give it hell.
If it comes down to the two of you going to let him have it?
Oh, you know it. You know it.
We might see a brother fight here on the front stretch before the night's over. You never know.
Strong possibility.
Mark Ellis donning this beautiful DJ Vanderlei paint scheme. DJ was hurt in an accident at Texas Motor Speedway earlier this year. Check out DJ Vanderlei's GoFundMe or go to MRO and donate to DJ Vanderlei. Make sure you put that in the description for the donation. DJ, we're hoping that you make a full recovery. Well, the Pit Stop Performance Usac Series will come down to its final race in points. Kyle Beatty, you have a 12-point lead over your brother-in-law, Adam Welsh. You two have been the class of the field all year. This might be probably one of the best races we've watched all year between you two.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Adam's had a internal battle the last couple of days because I sold my cart and he's had to build me a brand new one from scratch. So he's put his heart into this brand new one, and he's fighting a battle because he's doing everything he can to make my car fast, but he still has to beat me. So I feel like I got a really good car. I know he does too. So hopefully we can just be out front and get a 1-2. The track is going to be a lot different tonight, so I really don't know what to expect there, but we'll just go out and do the best we can.
A lot of engine failures between the two of you guys. I know it's been something you guys have been addressing. Do you feel like you've got that under control?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on the way up here. Adam's car came to the track again with no engine on it, and Austin brought him another fresh one to put on at the track. And when we put on a new one at the track, we've pretty much won with it that night. Seems like once we get 2 or 3 races, they're throwing a big hole in the side of them. So Austin thinks he's got that fixed. Mine's got 3 races on it right now, so if it makes it through the night, I'd say he's got it fixed. If it doesn't, hopefully it blows up in qualifying and not in the race.
Kyle Beatty's pulled the pin on the grenade, and he's hoping it doesn't blow up while his ass is in the seat here tonight, going for that USAC championship. Kyle Beatty hoping to win, but SKE's got some competition in the KPG. John Kinder is doing the best that he can to hold serve with that SKE group. He's got Tony the Hammer Barkman there with him as well. They're going to give it a shot tonight. We'll be right back.
The people at NASCAR want to know, how bad have you got it? Have you named family members after your favorite driver?
Down, Ken Frater, down.
Do you use racing flags to warn others of dangerous situations? Now, be honest. How bad have you got it?
Yes, all right, Pole Award given out to the fastest qualifier for tonight's ARCA feature, and that is Matt Noyce with a 14:03.6.
Noyce.
Real Noyce. Starts on the pole with Matt Mode, and these are amateur drivers and some guys that are piling on to this series here tonight.
Row number 2, Adam Wilcox and Zach Fowler. Isaac Harris and Ron Shute, one of the contenders in the next row.
Brandon Jones and Zach Campoloni.
Row number 6, J.R. Norris and Will Monroe. Next row, Jonathan Stewart and Ethan Landers.
Ronnie Carroll and Michael Reimer, our last race winner in the next row.
Row number 6, Touch Me Tease Me and Leighton Sibley. Watch for him on Twitter. Brad Lyon and Jeremy Murphy in the next row.
ARCA Series, drivers outside the top 10 and everybody that's left not running for the national championship. Basically Pro, Cup, and Busch combined. So these guys will be getting after it. Michael Reimer has an in-cart camera, won the last ARCA race. So here we go. Matt Noyce starting from the pole on a very wet racetrack, JZ. What can we expect from these track conditions here tonight as we go green for the ARCA feature?
They come out of Kyle's wet box, and the track's going to be real slippery, real greasy as you head into one. Watch for lots of cars moving around until it gets run in well. It'll eventually pick up grip, and we'll see some killer lap times, but for now, they're just got to find their way around. It'll be a little treacherous as we get a little wiggly up there in 3 and 4, and it's a hornet's nest in the middle of the pack, and 2 in the mud on the inside.
Bonnie Carroll and Dylan Teasley just in the mud. Let's take a look at this again in the instant replay. Looks like Ronnie Carroll decided to make a move down low and not clear on the inside. Tough break for him. Let's look at it again at Michael Reimer's in-cart.
Ooh, yeah, I think Ratchet Jaw's got the left rear there a little bit too. One of them racing deals as we go back green here, and we're fighting for the lead heading into one. Yeah, side by side, Noyce able to edge the lead out right there, and he's got some clear racetrack. That's going to make it easy on him, but you can see the hornet's nest behind him. Not a great racetrack to be going 3 wide on just yet, but like we said, these guys are amateurs, and stupidity is not lacking. Moat doing a good job being a gentleman. He easily could have used it at the racetrack and made his go-kart 4 wheels instead of 8, leaving plenty of room for Noyce on the outside. Again, Bob, you mentioned it. Track's real greasy, real messy right now. Not great for 3 wide, but that's not stopping the amateurs running for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th right now.
Bill, I look down at that very bottom groove, and you can see the sheen on it. You can see how wet it is down there. And these guys are trying to work that in the more and more we run on this racetrack. I bet that groove gets at least 3 feet lower by the time this night's over with.
Yeah, absolutely. As that lower lane there looks like a cheap strip club, and once you get some dollar bills, get that thing run in a little bit, it's going to start to get pretty good as the night wears on. But here, we see what the drivers are seeing right now, which is not shit. So let's pay attention to this view a little while longer and see if he can make it up to the front. I don't even know who that was. grip is like votes in Arizona right now. People are running around looking for them, trying to get their candidate to win as the top three are running away here. We got Noyce running a little bit of a higher line, using that banking to get some grip, but Moat, he's under pressure from the third spot there. We'll see how this shakes out as the top three run away with it.
Zach Fowler in the number 5 machine doing great. The caution is out for the 59. Looks like Isaac Harris. His engine has come to a halt there, so we're going to go back green as Brandon Jones in that pink cart running third. Green flag back out in the air. Here we go. Let's get it together and try to finish this thing without somebody getting in the soup sandwich here on the inside.
Jones able to go from 4th to now battling for the lead, trying to take that lead away from Noyce. Brandon Jones in that hot pink machine, making it known that girls can play too.
Guys, they're all over the place. And Jay-Z, with that rain, we have such a narrow groove. I mean, here at the Milford Speedway, you have multi-grooves to run on, but tonight seems like the bottom is just so dominant. I don't see anybody going up high.
Yeah, you want to go where those tires were running the moisture down into the track, smoothing things out. You don't want to be the person to knock the slime off the top on the outside of the track. You want one of the back markers to do that for you first. So you're going to see people fighting, using side panels, moving people out of the way. It's going to be a chrome horn kind of night tonight on this slick racetrack.
Bill, it definitely reminds me of the old high side nights we used to have here when we were racing the fully built clones with prep tires, doesn't it? As the caution is out, we have one slow. The 17 machine going to go ahead and park it for the night.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Maybe I don't think there's any of these guys that have even run the high side. Maybe Touch Me Tease Me did. So this is new to pretty much this whole class. As Noyce gets a good jump on Brandon Jones there. Noyce able to hang on to the lead. But you can start to see an ultra black groove forming in the middle of the racetrack there where all of the cars have been running. That's where all the grip is right now. So watch for those bumpers like we just saw right there as we go side by side. That's the preferred lane for the moment.
Watching through that waffle belly cam. Looks like you're in prison sometimes over there off the edges. Where we put that camera up there. Jay-Z, we see this side-by-side battle. Nobody really gaining ground. The top groove gets... Oh, Brandon Jones gets hooked in the left rear by Adam Wilcox. There, it's going to make them 4 wide as they run right through the shit there in the bottom of the racetrack. And now they're 7 wide. Ron Shute gets run down to the middle. Not a good idea. Can't turn. What a disaster. This is totally Arca.
Yeah, absolutely. Shute is just trying to make things happen for himself. He gets pushed down into the mud down there and shoots right up across the racetrack. Doesn't help his case, and he's still back there in the shit trying to make something happen. Noyce out there minding his business. That 5 car doing all he can to hold on to second place. The field's starting to catch him. We may have a battle for second, third, and fourth here before long.
The battles at the back of this field are looking pretty rough, and don't forget that there is a championship on the line here tonight for the Arca Series. For all the drivers that have attempted 5 or more races, J.R. Norris, one of those, Adam Wilcox, another one, Dylan Teasley, another one of those guys. So these guys are all battling for something here tonight, and we're going to see who wins that championship in this last race. As a white flag is out for Matt Noyce trying to win his first.
Matt Noyce been dominant the whole night long. He's led every single lap. Let's see if he can go flag to flag. Matt Noyce, this is going to be the first win of his career if he can pull it off and avoid that front bumper, and he does. Matt Noyce takes the checkered flag in the D&Q Series.
I'm down here with Matt Noyce, his first career win here in the Arca Series. Matt, dominant performance, fast in practice. What was different about this thing?
I think the track was just wet tonight. It was good for us. It ran heavy and more gear, I guess, and worked out. We're doing it for our friends DJ and Garrett at SHR that had some unfortunate events the past couple months. So I think it all has worked out there. Everybody's working with us.
Who do you got to thank for this win? I know it's a big win just to come out here and have fun.
I just got to thank my buddy Francis and my buddy Iggy, who's going to run this race, run the car in the next race. They helped me work on it during the week and get it ready to come here. So we don't spend a lot of money. We have fun doing it.
Matt Noyce had a great race cart here tonight, and he's going to take home the win. Down here, our third-place finisher, Zach Fowler. Zach, you finished third last Arca race. Another good race here. How was the track out there tonight? It looks like it's a little narrow, but pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little narrow. I mean, obviously from the rain, it's all kind of slicked up, so it's kind of a one-groove racetrack. So everybody's just fighting and running people over, basically. So, we did good. I just was in traffic the whole time, but once we got single filed, I think we were run down the leader. Just need a couple more laps, but it is what it is. We'll go up the next race and hopefully be 2 spots better.
Alex Kirk did a good job dialing him in here. We'll see if he can mess it up in the next feature. SRI Pole Award for the Dash Series feature will go to Dylan Latour, 13.532 for the Small Tire All-Around Series. This is a double points race here tonight. Robert Showalter has the points lead with Latour in the front row, Jonathan Stewart in the outside pole.
Right over 2, Brian Shaw and Bobby Showtime.
Row 3, Jen Welch. And Cole isn't a guy.
Dan Marak, Blaine Donahue. I don't even know where we're at with that.
Dan?
Sorry.
Fucking stepped all over me on that one. Chris Britt and Zach Campolonia.
Jamie Edwards and Jonathan Ellis.
It got quiet, and I was looking at my phone, and I'm like, I better say who this is before I'll get off there.
All right.
Pee Wee Herman.
These are the peasants.
Pee Wee Herman in the last row there. Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. 390 stock Predator. Small tires all the way around. Let's make it happen.
It's fun. It's interesting seeing that graphic there. They were about a full second off of the pole time from the previous races. It just was to show that having those extra wide tires on the right side, those 8 or 10 inch wide tires on the right side on a night like tonight, really helps find grip in the tracks.
Robert Showalter will have an in-car camera watching him for the championship here tonight. He has a 109-point advantage, but it is double points here tonight over Ryan Ayers. Ryan Ayers is the closest driver to him tonight, so it'll be interesting. We will be following this with these graphics all night for the championship races in each class. So, Jay-Z, that's a lot to overcome.
Yeah, you need a lot of good luck and the good Lord to smile upon you, especially in a treacherous night like tonight. You gotta wish bad luck on everyone else more than a good luck on yourself. So we'll see how this shakes out here. Latour on the field, leading him to the green flag.
We go green. Dylan Latour on the inside of Brian Shaw. Your man, Jay-Z, doing a great job, and he just doesn't turn there getting into one. Not really sure what happened.
I just flat ran out of talent there. Latour turned left, Cart didn't go left, and took out my boy Shaw with him. Just a tough break on a night like tonight. That track's rough.
Let's take a look at that again. Not sure what happened there, Bill. What do you think happened?
It looks like maybe the front tires skidded a little bit over some of that slick stuff. Maybe his spotter didn't let him know that he was on the outside or something. Steering column broke. We've seen that happen before where the steering wheel comes off. Maybe he didn't have it clicked in good or something. Basically took out the entire front row.
Well, just like a mail-in ballot, you think it's going one way, and it just turns the other way on you. You didn't even know what happened there. So that's probably what happened on that start, Jay-Z, as we watch these guys get spread out fairly early. Jen Welsh all the way up to the second position, beating on Showalter's back bumper here for the lead.
Jen Welsh is used to these wet conditions, so she's probably fit for this better than anybody else. She's going to be up there and lead this race here before long. Bobby Showtime is going to find his ass going to the back. But Jay-Z, one thing I want to touch on, besides these wet conditions, are something that we used to do back in the day when it was real sticky like this, where the track got real heavy and lots of mud. You'd show up really, really light, and then right before you go across the scales, you'd run through the mud and pick up about 20 pounds. You think maybe Adam Welsh or one of those guys who really got to make something happen, throw that Hail Mary, run light, and try to get across the scales just by a couple pounds?
I wouldn't put past anyone that needs to make up 50, 60, 109 points tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if Ayers on the inside here trying to get underneath that orange cart there. I didn't get the number on it. Is running 20 pounds light. He's going to send it through the mud on the inside, right? It's championship night. Anything can happen.
I'm watching Jen Welsh navigate this race, and she is about to pass Robert Showalter. He gets a good run off the bottom. Slipped up that last lap, but she is having a great run here tonight. And I'll tell you what, any bit better here, she's going to take the lead here in a few more laps as Ryan Ayers is up to fourth.
Jen is cutting 1 and 2. We'll watch her go through 1 and 2 here. She's cutting a really good corner, gets a huge run on Bobby Showtime through the middle, and doesn't lose anything coming off. Showtime looks like he's got a little bit of a lack of grip in that right rear. He's got to be real careful, running a higher line so it doesn't turn the wheel as much. But the Bad Kitty there, Mrs. Bad Kitty, seems to cut 1 and 2 way better every single lap.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see if she'll cut Mr. Kitty some slack as he makes his way up, especially when it comes to championship night like tonight. I've seen people before maybe, hog a carburetor out or something, run a little bit better than they need, maybe run some interference for somebody that needed help. Makes you wonder if that's what's happened with these 71 cars today.
Yeah, the 26 looks pretty good there. Leland Lambert doing a great job here tonight as well in the top 4. Showalter trying to win this championship, cruising right now in the lead, following Jen Welsh, Ryan Ayers, Leland Lambert, and the rest of the field. Looks like it's pretty tight so far.
Yeah, these track conditions are treacherous, and you're going to have to race the racetrack as much as anything, and that's what we're seeing here tonight. That one ultra black groove is pretty much the only spot on the racetrack with grip, and until you start catching some lappers and making people run 2 and 3 wide, the rest of the racetrack isn't really going to widen out.
I thought Ayers was going to make some progress, but everyone's kind of stalled out. Like you called there, Bill. Everyone's running that same line. It's very, very narrow. Darlington after a fresh repave. Everyone's on the limit, right? There's only so much you can do. You see Tatuja's trying to run the bottom, but when you do that, you run the risk of putting the left front in the slop, and it just slows down your momentum, and it's like putting a boat anchor out there. As Ayers tries to get underneath the Welch machine there, he's got the left rear, he's got the side panel, can't quite get it done. Gives her lots of room. Quite the gentleman. Crawls up on the left side. He gets the pass done as we head into 1. Ayers P2 heading down, trying to chase out Bobby Showtime here. We got our race brewing, folks.
He packed some air on that left rear there, Bill, and was able to make the pass. But the fact that we're even racing tonight is amazing because Jeremy Burnett and Ashley Burnett had to do a ton of work. We had one hell of a thunderstorm just run through this area. As the 5 to go caution is out, championship on the line here. Ryan Ayers is in striking distance. Going to have Showalter basically get wrecked for him to win this title. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here as we're to go green. 5 laps remaining in the Dash Series season. Green flag is out. We'll see what Ryan Ayers can do to Showalter. And Jen Wells, too. Don't count her out just yet.
Yeah, Flying Ryan Ayers trying to make it happen. If he wins this race, not only will he get reinstated back to Twitter, but he might be able to sneak this championship away from Bobby Showtime. Showtime right now still has a healthy lead. He's gonna need something to go wrong, and Flying Ryan Ayers is gonna have to hold this same view all the way out front.
Yeah, you can tell Bobby Showtime knows what's going on. He's not trying to use him up. He's not trying to piss Ayers off. If Ayers can get by clean, Bobby will let him have it because he knows finishing 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, he's still got it in the bag. So he's just got to let Ayers go at this point and not rub fenders, not risk putting in the fence. It's coming down to 3 to go here.
Now, we've seen these two have a battle before as Showalter still 69 points. Nice for the lead for the championship. And white flag is out. I think he's just going to ride and take his championship like he should. But, Dylan Latour gets shit-canned by Zach Campolonia. These two have had battles before, but coming out of turn 4, Ryan Ayers is going to take the win. Showalter going to take the title. Great season for the Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. Yep. There it is, Robert Showalter, your 2022 D&Q Dash Series champion. We'll talk to him later. Let's go to down here with the winner tonight in the Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series feature, Ryan Ayers. And Ryan, it seems like you and Robert Showalter, who is tentatively our champion, you guys have run each other hard all year, and that did not change in the final race of the year.
No, that was actually really good racing. I knew Bob was going to, choose the bottom after last race's deal, so smart move by him. I think with 2 to go, just got a really good run down the backstretch and race it out with him. So it's a fun time.
Yeah, who do you got to thank for this? This season, you came out of nowhere pretty much at the end, came on strong. But who do you got to thank for that?
I hate to say it, but Josh's cart, I haven't really done anything to it. So whatever he had going on is fast. So this whole season's been for him mainly, and wish we could have got a championship. We're close, but so we had some Josh moments there, throughout the season, and we probably could have been right there with Bobby, without those deals. But just want to thank Josh. Wish he could be here for it, but Welch, Beatty, my wife Danielle, Kane. Cody. That helps out. Just it's group effort on this whole deal.
Great year for Ryan Ayers here in the Finish Line Washpo Dash Series.
Showalter, you want to do something?
P2 here for Robert Showalter in Finish Line Washpo's Dash Series. We're here in Tech. Obviously, we still have to do all that stuff, but tentatively the championship winner. Congratulations and a good run tonight.
Yeah, we thought I had it there, and then once again the 5 to go caution got me again. But yeah, we ran consistent all year, and then Ryan came out of nowhere there to give me a battle at the end. I knew I had to finish better than 9th if he won the race, and I got up front. I was like, well, the car's pretty good, so I'm not going to drop back and then just make sure I finish 9th. So I ran there pretty much the whole night, and I knew Jan was back there and Latour and all his SKE group. So I was waiting for them to get dive bombed and get spun out, but they didn't. So thanks for racing me clean, and we'll try it again next year.
We'll talk to him again here when we celebrate our champ. Denver, third place finisher in the Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series, Jen Welsh. Really good car tonight. Track conditions play into your favor. Yeah. A good night, an uneventful night, a really good run.
Really good run. I got to thank my husband Adam and all the guys that helped. The SKE carts are the bomb. Y'all should get one. Good night. Yeah,
so talk about the race a little bit from your standpoint. You were second. You're beating down Bobby's rear bumper. It must have been pretty cool to be up there racing with him.
It was. I'm not used to running up like that, but tonight I was, and I'll take it.
How was the track conditions out there? A lot of rain came through this area right before this race. How was it for you in the seat?
I like it loose, so it was in my favor.
Did the track change a lot from the start of the race to the end?
Not really.
Jen Welsh, a solid third place finish here tonight. SRI Pole Award given to the fastest qualifier for the Cup Series race tonight. That is Levi Hurley with a 12.881. And we will have a field invert. So he will start on the outside pole with the Mooresville Outlaw Ronnie Shirk on the pole.
Row number 2, Mike Rout and Kyle Beatty.
Row 3, Grayson Brookshire and Mark Ellis in the 125.
Row number 4, Bad Kitty Adam Welsh and Todd Chafee in the next one.
Row number 5, Mike Contarino and Chris Bailey. Watch for him.
Stroop, perennial contender in the 2, and Brad Lyon in the 66.
James Stanley Jr. always a threat to win one of these, and Ed Weinstein in the next race. Next row.
Group and Tyler Sandman Sandmeyer.
Bob Whiting, who's had some speed lately, and Alfredo Hidalgo.
There you go. Starting field for the Cup Series 410. Clones. Interesting. Been talking about next year maybe running about 1 or 2 races with the Dash Series tire, as Mike Rout has an in-car camera for the night, for the Cup Series, which would be a good way to change it up every once in a while. Here's the points. Bailey's a 24-point lead over Mike Rout. Mark Ellis is 48 back, and Adam Welsh is a little bit further back than that. Those are our top 3 for tonight's Cup Series feature. We're going to be watching that points battle all night long. 24 is very achievable. If you win the race, you get 20 points over the second place competitor. So we'll see how this plays out for the Cup Series. Escape Pool Cleaning, great sponsor for the series all year long. I want to thank Matt Holzbauer and everybody over there for their sponsorship this season. As the Mooresville Outlaw Ronnie Shirk will take the field to green.
Well, Chris Bailey is going to have some work to do. Like you said, Bob, 20 points just for winning the race. I mean, that's pretty much it. If one of the other guys, Mike Rout, can get that done, I mean, Chris Bailey's going to have to be right there on his back bumper to take home his championship. And right now, he's buried deep in his back.
And that's where
And Jay-Z, we know that Mike Rout wins these races when the track is wet. He saw the rain coming and he was extremely pumped for the conditions tonight.
Horses for horses, my man. Rout's been around this game a long time. When that track gets heavy, as we're on board with him, he knows what that go-kart needs to do. He knows to make those right side tires a little heavy, put some mechanical grip in that bad boy, forget the roll speed, make sure you get the side bite. And he's got he's in contention here to win. I think he can get the championship, especially with Bailey starting so far back. The chance of something happening to him with another driver running into his left rear. Rout's got a good shot here as he's trying to make his way to second. Bad Kitty on his inside. Oh man, that's a great move there, turning underneath, not collecting anyone. Now he sets his sights on Welch, gets to the back bumper, sets a low, a little bit of space, loses position coming off of 2. This is great racing here, folks.
Absolutely, and look at how wet this track still is. on an asphalt track, when it's this wet, like normally you pump the tires up, 12, 13, 14 pounds. But on a dirt track like this, Jay-Z, I was walking through the garage area earlier and I saw people 1.5 pounds in the left sides. Is that right?
Yeah, it's to the point where we've been to the booth here in offices here in D&Q as Route almost loses it there coming off the corner. That was tough. Well, that was the bad kitty almost losing here, trying to do everything he can to win this championship. There's some safety concerns out there. We're going to the Hoosier engineers. We're talking to the D&Q officials to see if maybe there needs to be a minimum PSI. Because we're worried about people blowing the beams, these tires being so low, trying to get that sidewall to fold over and find some grip on the racetrack.
We talked to Hoosier. They said it was over camber.
Yeah.
It's always over camber. The teams are the problem, not the manufacturer.
Right.
It's Hoosier night. They make the best tire in the world.
Sure do.
Oh, man. You got to love the Cup Series. Ultra competitive, and tonight, definitely competitive. A lot of guys running Ringer. I haven't seen, I think, Ronnie Shirk, the only reason he's out here running Cup, as Grayson Brookshire spins. He'll let that thing roll backwards a little bit. It's actually pretty smart. It's going to bring out the caution. Grayson, normally a pretty well-known, big-time money racer in go-kart racing. Let's take a look at the replay. Just a little shit can there. That happens. All right, Levi Hurley leading this field as we go back green. Gotta love the Cup field. Look at this thing, Jason.
Yeah, this is the class to be in. This is the big dog stuff. You win here, your name is made. As we had 4 wide going on the backstretch, they somehow got it sorted out back there for like 12, 13, 14th spot. But it's still a battle at the front. Bad Kitty on the inside. He's trying to get a win, but here comes Route down the, or Bad Kitty down the inside of Route. Route meet in the middle. It's a points battle, and it's a good one, folks. Pay attention. Lock in your screens here. Crack a beer. This is great entertainment.
That moves Chris Bailey to +6 over Mike Route. Still very, very close. Mike Route's got 2 more positions. If he can get up to that top spot, that's going to put him well above Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey's going to have a lot more work to do if he's going to keep Mike Route honest.
Chris Bailey is struggling, and he is a big fan of the karts in front of that 112 right now. They're doing all they can to hold Route from taking that position and taking the win here tonight. He needs to have Levi Hurley, Adam Welsh, and Kyle Beatty just have a good night and keep Mike Route at bay, because every spot is 5 points in the Cup Series point system. And it gets worse when you get back in the field, and then you start going down to 3 and 4 point differentials between each spot. So very important right now that Mike Route stay in that position. We know Mark Ellis, a good friend of his, he'll try not to pass him, but right now it's like SKE and Levi Hurley doing all they can to try to get this thing done.
Yeah, Route's having some trouble there. It looks like he's almost overdriving corner entry. That cart's sliding around. He's losing momentum. What he's got to hope for is that the 26 there starts mixing it up with those 2 teammates of Beatty and Welch, and slows them up so that maybe Route can get by and set the pace himself, run the line that works, and make them work around him. Because right now he's struggling. Although the door opens, he gets underneath Levi Hurley there, but can't get the move done.
He got down in the soup there, which we're going to get our 5 to go caution here. And there it is. 5 to go for the rest of the Cup Series season. We'll see what happens with Chris Bailey and Mike Route. Mike Route got to give his balls a tug here and see if he can make it happen.
Yeah, the key to these track conditions, you got to be super smooth and not slip any tires. So 5 of those good ones right there. Mike Route might be able to get this done. We see Chris Bailey get jacked up on the inside there. He's going backwards. Mike Route got to take advantage.
Heading down the backstretch, Route on the outside of Levi Hurley, trying to get him arrow free. Hurley does clear Mike Route, so put the points advantage back, but Levi Hurley making the move inside Kyle Beatty. That might open the door for Route. We'll see how this plays out here with only a few laps left in the Cup Series season.
Route underneath Beatty, puts the right rear to his right front to his left rear. Beatty makes a move on Hurley. Can he clear them both out? But Mike Route can't get it done. Ellis gives him a shot. Not the type of teamwork you want to see, as Bad Kitty's running away with it right now.
Yeah, Ellis scratching and clawing, digging and pawing everything he possibly can. He gets 1. That's 5 points. He was 4 back before. Does that put him over the line, or did Chris Bailey right now, as they take the white, Mike Rout has a +3 advantage. Bailey's got to make something happen. One position is all he needs. And Mike Rout needs to hold on to that. He can't get past. Oh, he gets it.
Oh, unbelievable. Mike Rout passed by Levi Hurley in the last corner. That's going to give Chris Bailey the DNQ Cup Series championship. My goodness, he was trying to hold him down at the last minute. Couldn't hold off Levi Hurley. That's going to give the championship to Chris Bailey. Let's go talk to our winner, Adam Welsh. Down here with Adam Welsh, who had a solid win here tonight in the Cup Series. Had a really good year in the Cup Series, Escape Pool Cleaning Cup Series. A couple wrecks put you out of the points, but this is a good way to finish it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I mean, we got 2 SKEs in the field and we finished 1-2. Kyle might have had a little more for me right there. I was trying not to show my hand at the bottom was really good. And he packed the nose underneath me. I'm like, I guess I gotta move down now. But I appreciate the teammates. Gotta appreciate everything he does for me with these carts. I build them, I come up with the ideas, and he allows me to run free and do as we need and gets me all the parts I need. So we're going for a points championship against each other in the USAC. And kudos to the wife with SKE. Finished 3rd in the dash, bumped up to 2nd, I guess, because one of my other carts got bounced, I guess. But super pumped. I mean, we had a shot at the championship all year, and then we pissed it away, in essence. Motor issues, fuel issues, clutch fell off one night. I mean, it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and chalk it up as a win and come back for the Nationals and see what we got.
Adam Welsh, a solid win here tonight in the Cup Series feature. Well, Kyle Beatty, a solid 2nd place finish here tonight. Now, you and Adam have some unfinished business to do in the USAC Series race here in a couple minutes. Is it going to look like what we just saw out there?
Yeah, that was pretty gentle there. He was fast. He came from 6th or 7th or whatever and passed me. Both of our cars were really good. I moved my line around a little bit at the end, and I think it was better. But he needed to win this one more than I needed. And I'm just doing this one for fun, and he's doing it for points. So it was more important for me to run 2nd. So that's what I did.
Solid 2nd place finish here for Kyle Beatty, taking it home. Down here at Levi Hurley, a 3rd place finish here tonight. A decent finish there for you guys, and we've had some tech issues before in the past, but back in action here in DNQ and a good 3rd place finish.
Yeah, well, we was running good till the caution come out. We was just a little bit high on air, and they just got by us, and we had a solid 3rd place car, but I don't know if we could make it to the front. If we was down a pound on air, we would have been gone.
Who do you got to thank for this 3rd place finish here tonight?
I got to thank my grandpa, most important. Rob for letting me run the car. Richie Brandon, Premier Striping. Beamer's Powder Coating. Rev's Welding. I don't know, I probably missed on a lot.
Levi Hurley, 3rd place here tonight. National Championship Series qualifying. The SRI Polo Award went to Anthony Kidwell, 13.68.5. To put him on the front row for tonight's feature event, and he's going to need it for the points with Alex Lasagna on the outside row.
Most improved driver, Alex Lasagna, 1 East and Whiskey. Brian Shaw and Flying Ryan Ayers, row 2.
Yost and John Kidwell in the 821.
Ben Murphy and Damian Jenks in the next row.
Back Markham and Crossroad Craig Smith.
Ray Feast and Jay Zarapata.
Teammates, Jeremy Murphy. We'll round out the row.
Never gets old.
Here in the National Championship Series. It never gets old, no. These are the top 20, a little light on the field tonight. A couple guys knew they weren't going to win the championship. Not going to run this race, but there it is. This is a pretty cool series, man. There are the points. We took the top 10 from Busch and Pro Cup. Now we're getting to see which series is going to win this championship. The green flag is out. Looks like the Busch series right now. But, man, I can't wait till next year. We go back to the fair and maybe the road course, and we'll be able to run this again next year. It'll be interesting to see as Brian Shaw's sinking a little bit, but Lasagna's the one we're keeping our eyes on. 45-point lead, and he's got to keep John Kidwell, who is 3 spots behind him right now, back there in the back of that field.
Yeah, both Kidwell brothers need a lot of luck, and Lasagna needs to catch some bad luck. He's going to have to probably drop out, and one of the Kidwells is going to have to win. It's a tough spot for that camp. obviously both of them being up there with Kinder Performance Group, great showing for that team in general. But Alex Lasagna, he wasn't that great at the beginning of the year. And here, when it came down to it at the end of the year, turned up the Jets, got some really good finishes, ran really good at the fair, and here he is, lead the points, plus 35. It looks like, as long as he doesn't screw up, he's going to be able to take it home.
But you also look back at the people that don't really care for his style of driving, so we'll see if that plays a factor here tonight. We know he's had a couple guys get mad at him throughout the season, but you know what? If you're going to win a championship, somebody's got to get mad at you at some point throughout the year.
Yeah, the racing against each other week in and week out, you build some rivalries, you get some bad blood between drivers and even teams. But Zarapata or La Canada will do what it takes to win, and some people don't like that. He's just got that fire, and other people don't. He's ready to throw down on the racetrack when that helmet goes on. All bets are off. And other NASCAR-related cliches you can throw out there from their PR and marketing team.
Right now it is all Anthony Kidwell, and he won the Busch Series championship last year in 2021, so interesting to see him leading here as Ryan Ayers to that back bumper trying to make the move on him.
Yeah, flying Ryan Ayers with one win on the night already, trying to take what he learned earlier about this racetrack and apply it here. I mean, Kidwell's doing what he's got to do. Right now is the only spot that he could possibly win the championship in, and that's first place. So if he can keep everybody else behind him, maybe Lasagna can catch a bad corner or something. And I mean, it's definitely going to be a Hail Mary for Anthony Kidwell, but he's got to win the race first if he's going to have a chance at the championship, and he's doing it right now.
Man, just bottom feeding here. This is like the Flounder 500 right here. They're all on the bottom as we're halfway.
This race is very tame compared to the other features we've seen so far tonight. As far as A mains go, this is pretty quiet, but I want to watch that 111 cart. He's kind of yo-yoing back and forth in the back bump with the 2-3 cart lengths behind. He's got nothing to lose tonight, so someone's going to send it on the number 2 and possibly ruin his night. It's that 11. He's got a lot to prove. He had a good 2021. He's had a pretty abysmal 2022. Let's see what happens as the other Kidwell's trying to get underneath Shaw and make something happen and get his name in there as a shot for the championship as well.
Jay-Z, I hate to break it to you, Jay-Z, but I think that's just him missing corners.
It very well could be. That BAC gets a little low. They get the shakes, and you just start missing apexes.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me.
Bill, if you hadn't won a race all year, gets down to the final race of the year, and you line up on that 5 to go restart, and you're in that second row, do you really care if the guy in front of you is going to win a championship, or do you just ship him off into the corner?
Send it. No question. Absolutely send it.
There have been many times in my mind, I remember lining up behind somebody with a few laps to go going, this rear bumper is really gonna get it. And I never really got to the rear bumper, but if I could, it would have had it.
Yeah, Kidwell still out front. I mean, doing exactly what he's got to do. La Canada, and he's doing what he's got to do too. He doesn't need to be fancy. Nothing really spectacular needs to happen. He just needs to pretty much finish the race. Now he's, in third place, and one of his contenders is winning, but I'm sure the spotters in his ear right now saying, just hold your line, don't do anything. You still got it wrapped up. As long as nothing happens, you win.
John Kidwell is making a move on Shaw, and there it is, the 5 to go caution. He's in a good spot. Now, you've raced smart. You're right there with the points leader. Let's see what happens here. La Canada, 35-point lead. Here we go for the restart here with 5 laps to go. We'll see what happens with La Canada as this championship is still anyone's as they take the green.
Now, if you really want to Stacey Abrams this thing, right now is when La Canada can send him, but he doesn't.
Oh, he gets washed up into the groove. That opens him, putting him top of 3 wide with Shaw and Craig Smith. Now he's 4 wide with Eric Yost. He's starting to ship behind. Don't look now. John Kidwell wins this race. It might cause problems for La Canada as he is in the back of the field.
La Canada dropping like a boat anchor. He is in the shit. Brian Shaw in his left rear trying to get by him as Team Kidwell's running 1-2 right now. Air is trying to have something to say about it. If I'm Zarapata, I'm cussing in my helmet right now. He's got to make some hay real quick.
If John Kidwell gets to the lead and wins this race, he is going to win the championship by 3 points, but that does not look like it's going to happen, as Anthony Kidwell will take the white flag, looking for the checkered. La Canada hanging in there. Looks like he's doing okay right now.
How pissed is John Kidwell going to be at his brother for not letting off right now? Probably pretty pissed, but Anthony Kidwell's going to take the checkered flag.
La Canada wins the title. Kidwell wins the race. Let's go down and talk to him.
Down here with Anthony Kidwell, tonight's winner of the National Championship feature. I mean, these 3 races have been pretty much all you can do to try to win a championship in 3 races. You and your brother finished top 3 in this. The first year we're doing it, it's got to feel good. Although not winning the championship, it's got to feel good to win a race.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad the go-kart showed up. We worked our ass off all year on this thing, trying to get it right where you show up to the track and you don't have to adjust anything but air pressure. And I guess it showed up at the last race, which better late than never.
Yeah, and talk about the track conditions out there. It seems like everybody said they're having a lot of fun, and the track's it's pretty, they're sliding around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's wet, but, I mean, this thing was hooked up. You get the right air in it, and it drove like a Cadillac. It ain't too slick where you're bouncing off walls, but at the same time, you're on top of the track where it's fun enough to wheel it.
Anthony Kidwell bringing a lot of momentum into Nationals. Well, an amazing last-ditch effort by John Kidwell. Comes up just a touch short, just a few points short there for the national championship. Wasn't from a lack of excitement, though, was it?
No, it was. That was a hell of a race, and we were stuck behind Shaw there for a little bit, and I was hoping with that 5 to go, it actually played out in our favor for once, that he would choose the outside, and that's what he did. So we lined up fifth. And, just played into our favor tonight. I was happy to see my brother win. And if there was somebody I was going to push between them two, it was going to be my brother. So, hell of a race. I'm happy for my brother. I'm happy for KPG. Katana was really sporty tonight, so I can't wait for the Nationals. Learned a lot tonight, believe it or not. So, hell of a race. Congratulations to Alex, and look forward to next year.
Johnny Kidwell looking for that all-star race coming up here in a month. Well, third-place finish here in the National Championship feature for Ryan Ayers. It got a little dicey up there at the end for the championship. Kidwell got into La Canada. What was it like from your seat racing out there tonight? It seemed like it was actually a fairly tame race.
Yeah, it was all right. Was on the outside. I'm assuming he's Kidwell too. Yeah, he got Kidwell. Got Kidwell by Kidwell, so is what it is. Finished third, not a bad season. One thing was for let me drive his cart, so sorry about it.
All-star race coming up here. Ayers will be a part of that as well. Fit Stop Performance Usac Series SRI poll will go to Adam Welsh. We didn't have the time. The picture I took didn't have the time on it. I don't really give a shit. He's on the poll.
You're the only one.
Stephen Broy.
Right.
The best qualifying effort of his career on the outside.
Mike Canarito and Kyle Beatty.
Tujas and David Crops in the 97.
Charlie Kingpin, Eric Evans.
Row number 6, Mark Durgan and Ivan.
Pray for Ukraine.
Hate boss.
Pray for Ukraine. Spaghetti Bender. Spaghetti Bender in the last row. All right. USAC info. Yeah. I got to make that graphic bigger. You can't read shit off that. It's pretty good because if you could read it, then fucking Woodleaf would try to steal it. So here we go.
Pays attention.
All right. Yeah.
Fit stop.
You gotta love when you have something good and somebody just tries to recreate it, but they do a shitty job at it. And I feel like that's what the other racetracks are doing right now. 12-point lead for Kyle Beatty over Adam Welsh. Oh my goodness.
Thanksgiving's going to be something special between those two.
Yeah, if it isn't already. I mean, if they drink enough Coors Light here at the racetrack, on a Thanksgiving Day event, Adam Welsh and Kyle Beatty, no Coors Light stands a chance.
No.
So I can only imagine when it's free range to drink Coors Light. how many go down because I see it on a normal basis, and it's a lot.
Could you imagine if the Bulldog was in there too?
No, I mean, it's just the mountains are always blue in that house, no doubt. You don't keep them warm, So right now, Adam Welsh leading the field over Kyle Beatty, his brother-in-law. He has got an 8-point advantage. 20 points go to the winner over second place, and if Beatty makes the pass, he's going to go plus quite a bit here over Adam Welsh. And we got Stephen Broy running third. Good run for him so far.
Yeah, best run of his career. I don't even think I remember calling his name in these things, but there he was, qualifying on the front row. I mean, maybe he got himself a new crew chief, hit on some experimental setup. We've talked about how a lot of people don't change the setup for every racetrack and every type of track surface that they race on. Maybe the track came to Stephen Broy and he was able to wheel it into the top 3 position.
I was talking to him before the race, and he said that he cashed out of FTX about 3 weeks ago and had a nice sum to spend some time in the aero tunnel, right? Working on that side force, working on those drag numbers. With that cash infusion, they'd be able to find some speed here, and it's been paying off. He's definitely not going under or going bankrupt in the speed department anytime soon.
Well, the good thing somebody cashed out of there early is he is now making a run for second place, and see the Lexan fogging up on the right sides of these carts. Probably might see a vapor trail or two here as they get going down the back stretch. Let's not kid ourselves, but pretty good race so far for Stephen Broy and the SKE guys, and that's what I was going to touch on. Broy driving for Kinder Performance Group, and SKE's kind of had the run this year. The year before that, we saw Kinder Performance Group about dominate the series. SKE comes in this year doing very well with Connerino, Beatty, and Welsh. They've hit on something, but it seems like every year we get somebody different in here that figures something out for the year, and then everybody starts chasing them, and we'll see if SKE can continue that dominance next season.
Yeah, if I know John Kinder, though, he's already working on next year's shit. He's probably bought an SKE from somebody else who bought it from somebody else, but don't tell him that I'm buying it, so he can at least copy it and figure out what's going on, And then he's going to come to it on it. But Kyle Beatty's no slouch either. He ain't sleeping over the winter. So next year in Daytona, I'm really excited to see what both of those teams bring.
Yeah, next year we already started working on the rules. There's a commonized cage dimension rule. It's about the same thing. But in D&Q, we like people to get creative. So if you can find some way to make your kart handle better than everybody else, go for it, as we're watching Broy battle with Mike Contarino for that third spot. And it seems to be working out for him. He might clear him again here.
Contarino, he's had some good runs over the last few years. Going back some of the earlier days of the Dirt Series, he was in contention for some wins. He had a little bit of a lull, but this Usac seems to be his new home, and he's doing well. He's been in the top 5 last 3 or 4 weeks in a row. His one is slow on the inside.
Mark Durgan has slowed, and that's going to bring out the caution. Yeah, Contarino is just one of those guys that does a great job, and past Dash Series champion as we go back green here. He got in that SKE, about won the intercourse race. Is Stephen Broy to the inside of Adam Welsh, going to try to take the second position. Look at this.
Wow, Stephen Broy getting up there. He said, I'm not up here all that often, but I'm going to make the best of it when I am. And there he is up into the second spot as he's trying to take the lead away right now from Kyle Beatty. Stephen Broy has that preferred line. He's going to send it on in there. Kyle Beatty watches up the racetrack, and Stephen Broy, your new leader.
David Crops is in the turd soup down there. Tough break for him. See what happened there. He gets a little bit of help. A little bit of help there. Tough break, though. You do not want to get down in that soup tonight. He was having a good run, too. Man, just sliding everywhere.
He's going to need the hook to get out of there.
Well, looks like there's a chance of snow in hell because Stephen Broy's leading this race. And we're going to see if he can take it home here tonight. Green flag back underway, and we got 2 of the best in the business. He's going to really have to earn this one if he's going to win this thing.
Yeah, bad kitty to the inside of Stephen Broy. Gets a little bit out of shape. Broy with the momentum on the top side. He's trying to take it back. Broy able to hold him off for now as we go 3-4. Oh, somebody goes around. I can't see who that is.
Beatty is around. Major chase implications. Let's take a look at the replay.
Rick Allen just got a stiffy here with the chase implications as Connorino, trying to get a win, runs into his teammate, and as the teammate's trying to recover, gets run over by the back markers. Oh, tough break. Connorino's can't be happy about that one.
He's lucky that Tao just didn't rip that right front off. Very lucky. He's going to have to go to the back. So that's going to be a difficult road to hoe for Beatty. I mean, we only have a few laps left, and he's behind 23 points. So he's going to have to make it happen and hope Adam doesn't win this race. As we go back green, tough road to hoe for Beatty, but we'll see if he can get it done.
Yeah, but just like we saw in the last race, it ain't over until the checkered flag drops for everybody. As we saw Mike Rout lose that championship in the final corner as we're about to have our 5-to-go caution here. Entertainment caution.
Well, we made the 5 to go. If it lands close to 5 to go, it's 5 to go. So that last caution was the 5 to go. Yes, I did just fucking. That's why we have race
making up rules as we go. Got it.
We tell them on the race saver there's no reason. There's really no reason to run one lap and then go to caution. It's freaking stupid. Well, here we go. Beatty behind 8 points to Adam Welsh, and he is trying to make it past Towges right now, so he's going to have to put a clinic on here to make it happen. Welsh cannot literally catch Stephen Broy right now.
Stephen Broy out there, but Beatty made up 12 points in 3 laps. Let's see if he's got 3 more to go. If he makes up 12 more, he's still got this championship.
3. Looks like he's going to make another pass that's going to put him +2 there. Beatty +2 as the white flag is out. Stephen Broy is going to get his first career win in the Usac Series. Kyle Beatty has passed enough karts, and he is going to take home the championship. Unbelievable. At the end of this race, gets it done. Stephen Broy, his first career win in the DNQ Fit Stop Performance Usac Series. He's going to get a bath. Well-deserved bath of Busch beer.
We fucking did it. You and me.
Bonsignor down here celebrating with him as well. Stephen Broy, I remember my first win in DNQ. It's pretty exciting. A lot of emotions flood through you. It's been a very long road. To get to here, and you finally win a DNQ race in the Usac Series. How does it feel?
Pretty damn good. It's been a rough, long season, but we finally got it done. Just want to thank John Kinder, Jim Kinder, everybody over at KPG. Sucks Dad's not here tonight, but we had stuff to do at home, so it's just been want to thank RSKCast Properties, the signpost, and just keep on digging. That's pretty much all we did.
You had to race the best in the business, Adam Welsh, Kyle Beatty, to take this lead and then to hold it off from Adam Welsh. Must have been nerve-wracking there at the end of this thing.
Yeah, it definitely was. I kind of used them up a little, both of them up a little bit, but it's part of racing. So I know they would have did it to me, so I just get it back to them. So.
Who else you got to thank for this win? This is a big win here. Like, I don't think people understand how big this win is. Who else? You got to thank anybody else for this thing?
My dad. This one's for Mom. She's not doing good health-wise, so finally got one done. So it is what it is. Todd Chafee helps out a lot at home, setting it up, and so I just drive the thing at this point. So it is what it is.
Steve Broy, first career Fit Stop Performance Usac Series win. Second place finish for Adam Welsh. Great run there tonight. Not enough to win the championship. Kyle Beatty drove his ass off to get up there, which the scoring messed me up, so I apologize for that. But you got to feel happy about the season. Had a couple misfortunes that may have cost it at the end there, but a good year overall.
It was a great year. You know, we decided to hit the buggies hard this year, and we got Kyle involved. And truth of the matter is, on Wednesday night, we got rained out. Somebody was coming to buy his cart to race this past weekend. They ended up coming and getting the cart, so we built him. Me and Kyle worked hard all week and got him a new one built, and it's fast. And he got back up to fourth and got the points. It is what it is. We finished second. Thank everybody at the shop. Speed Clinic Motors with Pless. It is what it is. LJ Designs, the family. We'll take it.
Adam Welsh, sorry to finish second here tonight, but a good run. Mike Contarino, solid top three. Man, you've been ringing out these top threes left and right with SKE. You guys got your program together pretty well. Adam had a good finish, and Kyle Beatty had some issues. But Stephen Broy was on rails tonight. What could you have done different to maybe get him?
Nothing, really. I could have stayed with him, and after Beatty got any issues, and I kind of clipped his left rear and went airborne, and the cart just got tight after that. So I had nothing to win, but the SKE carts have been pretty dominant the past few races, and I finally got it dialed in with Adam and Beatty, and I just hate finishing behind them two all the time.
Yeah, a great third place finish here tonight. How was the track out there?
The track had a lot of bite. It was fast. I like that you moved the track up, and we're on the bottom. We need to go back to the high side.
Mother Nature did that for us. Mike Contarino, solid third place finish. Arca Series, full invert of the field almost. Leighton Sibley would be on the pole. Jeremy Murphy on the outside pole.
Ronnie Carroll and Dylan Teasme.
Adam Wilcox and Brandon Jones.
Brandon Lyon and Ron Shute in the next row.
Matt Modi and J.R. Norris.
Will Monroe and Michael Reimer back from North Punishment.
Zach Fowler and Jonathan Stewart, the Amish running back.
Matt Noyes with one win under his belt tonight, and Zach Campolonia.
Isaac Harris looking for some better luck, and Ethan Landers.
All right, we know the Arca information. Peasants, people who want to race DNQ for a race or two. Now, we have this championship in Arca, 3-race championship like the national championship. J.R. Norris, 14 points in the lead right now. These guys all finished towards the back of the field last race. So it's really wide open. I mean, anything can happen. Hopefully these guys got their setups a little bit better over the downtime that they had, but they were probably just drinking beer, so if we're just going to be honest. Leighton Sibley leading this field, guys, and I know there will be a Facebook post about this cart leading because Leighton Sibley is a PR guy. As we go green, he is the Little Johnson of GMS Petty Johnson Motorsports. So we got one around. Wow, we've got a wreck. Major chase implications. J.R. Norris involved in that. Michael Reimer not able to continue from that wreck.
Go. We got a wall ride by Matt Noyce there.
Matt Noyce riding a wall like Spider-Man over here.
Yeah, it looked like Reimer turned left. There was someone there, and the rest of the field just got right reared into the fence.
Wow. That was something.
Yeah.
Only in Arca. Arca breaks.
Arca breaking. Yep.
Arca breaking. Leighton Sibley leading again. The Facebook machine going crazy.
Got a good run off of two. Things are trending in the right direction for him. People smashing that like button. We got a hashtag as he's going to lead the first lap here side by side. Ooh, P2 as he crosses the stripe.
That was close. Still on the front row as he's trying to hold that bottom line, that preferred line, but can't quite get there. I don't know, gets a run off the bottom. Still can't get it. I guess Twitter's going to have to wait for a lead lap update.
Yeah, here it is. There's our points update. Dylan Teasley. Oh, there he is. He's in the lead. Trending. Hashtag winning.
Oh, man, I hope he can retweet this 24 more times and get that W tonight. As looks like Stewart's going to the inside. Or Brandon Jones, I meant to say.
Brandon Jones. Tough. I mean, hey, he had a good run right there. Sniffed the front, got some clean air.
Yeah, Dylan Teasley. He's a championship
looking to win this
contender
Arca deal.
In 5th place right now. Started up in 4th, but he's just trying to have a nice, calm evening, which is very unlike him and all of the whole Young's Motorsports group. But if that's all he really needs to do. There's some action going in the back with J.R. Norris. He's already almost taken himself out once. If Dylan Teasley could just hang on, have a clean race to the very end before he starts making moves, that might be what wins the championship.
You got to love it. It's like the fantasy football consolation championship right here as we're watching these guys beat each other out. And Wilcox is part of that as well. He's going to make the pass on Teasley, who seems to be having an issue. I can't even imagine racing. Whoa. Wow. All right. I would not have done that, but that worked for Will Monroe there. Tried to throw a slider and then, like, bailed on it last minute.
Yeah, well, there's a reason you don't drive anymore, so maybe that's why.
That's probably why. Zach Fowler racing Brandon Jones for the lead. Looks like Fowler is going to clear Jones. He's going to take it.
Jones not letting him get too far away, though, keeping the pressure on that back bumper, but you saw him get arrow tight into one there. The front end washed up on him. Couldn't quite hold it down. You see that happen again through 3 and 4. So what he's going to have to do, he's going to have to poke his nose out a little bit on entry to make sure that thing doesn't get tight so he can get a run and turn down up underneath him on straightaways.
Bill, what are you sipping on tonight? What's your cocktail of choice?
I got some Breckenridge in my glass right now. That's been my go-to here lately.
Jay-Z, what do you got?
I have a Redemption High Rye Bourbon on the rocks. 3 ice cubes for about 3 or 4 fingers for myself.
Oh! The Ancient Age. Oh, we got one spot. Jonathan Stewart stays in the gas.
I wonder what he's
out of the mud.
drinking.
Goes right back in the spot he was in.
That is the most
We're gonna
Arca
let it go.
shit I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my gosh, that was freaking awesome.
You're allowed to have spotters here in the DQ series. Oh,
Oh, Leighton Sibley, no. That will not be in the Facebook post.
Suspended from Twitter immediately.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this Jonathan Stewart thing one more time. So, oh no, this is Leighton Sibley getting into J.R. Norris. Tough break for Leighton. When you get down there, you just don't turn anymore. Like, your treads are nothing. They're basically slicks, and see you later.
J.R. Norris is having
The Jonathan Stewart thing was badass.
Yep.
Is that what you call it? I think
I don't know.
Dumbass, but yeah, badass dude, sure.
When he got spun, he ended up in the same spot. Nothing to do there. Here's the points. J.R. Norris now ahead of everybody else because they all suck. I mean, we're talking they're back in like 15th trying to win this thing, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Ron Shute was part of that championship battle as well. Bring out the caution. Anybody could win this thing still. I mean, you never know here in Arca. That's the beauty of it. Fowler trying to win the race with Campolonia on the outside. Brandon Jones and Brad Lyon, Will Monroe, Jeremy Murphy, Cody Sauls. All these carts battling it out.
Yeah, a couple more of them Jonathan Stewart moves could clean out half the field. And yeah, I mean, that opens the door for anybody to win this championship. Who's our top championship contender right now? Are they even on the screen?
The orange 151 of J.R. Norris, the Autolube repair machine. J.R. Norris, he's been the best so far out of the people available to win it. He had to at least attempt 5 races. As Campolonia trying to win his first race, going to clear Fowler for the lead.
That's one to go. That's way wide right now. As they're coming back around, Fowler gets back by Campolonia. Looks like J.R. Norris is going to lock up this championship. Fowler with the right side panel flap, and he holds it on. One hand off the wheel, takes his first checkered flag here in the DNQ series.
Zach Fowler down here in victory lane after the Arca feature. You had a hard-fought battle there with series veteran Zach Campolonia. What was it like there to finally get a win?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I didn't think we had it starting 14th, and especially with the track we had, but we made a little bit of adjustment from the first race, and we were kind of banking on if it was going to work or not, and it did. So we were rolling, and it just didn't stop from there on out. So cautions, I mean, I didn't want to see them, but it kind of helped us a little bit. So I got a little nervous there when those 6, or I think it was, the 6 got to me, and I just knew I just had to cross them over and protect my line of 3, and we had it. So really excited.
Who do you got to thank for this win here today?
James Edwards, Alex Kirk, James for making a really good call there. He went for it and said, just go race it. So that's what we did. My mom and dad and just everybody comes out to support me. Can't thank him enough.
Alex Kirk dialed this thing in. He actually got a victory here in the Arca feature tonight. Well, a different Brandon Jones than the one that I've worked with in the past comes down here, finishes second. I'm sure you hear that all the time in this 58 machine. How was it out there, and what was it like running here in DNQ? I know you're kind of new to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I got to thank James Stanley for letting me ride his go-karts, but, you know, when you have no grip and the 2 in front of you have way more grip, you can't do nothing. So I was just holding on. So hopefully we'll check their tires. So, but oh well, I was like third. I haven't been in a go-kart in 12 years till the last DNQ, and I'll be back next year.
What was it like running in this series? I'm sure you've run other go-kart stuff. What's completely different about this than running the other stuff?
It's close. Like last time I qualified 9th, I was 10th off the pole. So everything's real close with everybody. But it's fun. And you don't really have to work tires. You don't have to have 15 sets of tires. You get one set and you can run them. So it's fun.
Anybody you got to thank besides James Stanley?
James Stanley, my mom and dad. This body, my mom had breast cancer. So I painted the body pink for her this month. So, and she was kind of happy about this. This body's actually going to Florida next week to go into my parents' museum. So that was something I did for her. So,
Brandon Jones, a solid finish here tonight in the Arca Series feature. Series veteran Zach Campolonia. I guess we could do both second place finishes, right? Did you finish second in that last feature, right? Second sucks twice. But it was a very good run for you tonight here in the Arca Series.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the invert wasn't 16 in that second race, I might would have had a shot. But the track was really good. Has a lot of bite to it. I think Shoei, Sauce, Alex, my family, Race City Garage Doors coming on board. It's a good way to close the season out. So 2 second place finishes, I'll take it.
Zach Campolonia second twice. Twice as nice here in the Arca Series feature. Let's take a look at the Escape Pool Cup Series final results, and we're highlighting Grayson Brookshire. Decent night. 7th. Okay. He did a good job, I guess. That's
yeah, he spun around at one point in the race, so coming back to 7th, not too shabby. With the lukewarm Bud Light.
There you go. Good run by Adam Welch, just come a little bit short. He could have won this championship if he didn't have a couple issues. Let's go down and talk to Chris Bailey, who won the championship in the Cup Series. It was a very entertaining 2022 Escape Pool Cleaning Cup Series. And Chris Bailey is our 2022 champion. The most consistent driver out of everyone here at the end of the year in this Cup Series. Get to bring home an awesome trophy. Yeah. What was it like to run this thing all season for even your first year as a rookie?
Man, it was awesome. This is a great series that you do. Jeremy and Ashley do a great job with the racetrack. It really puts it back into the hands of the driver and the kart setup. Takes the tire game away, which is really, really nice. So, this is the most fun I've had in freaking forever.
A lot of stiff competition, too. Like, these guys are talking, you miss it by a little bit on air pressure, and you're in the back.
Yeah, I missed it tonight. Qualified 9th and kind of just, just rode there. I tried to play it pretty conservative tonight. I could see Brault and Ellis in front of me. I was like, well, if I stay right here, I can, keep the points lead. So I just kind of played it safe and played it easy and just rode it out and it paid it off.
What do you got to thank for this championship here in the Cup Series?
Oh, man, a bunch. I got Harold Wiggins, Phantom Racing Chassis, James Stanley, everybody at Phantom Tony Belt. They all contributed a lot. Got to thank my boss, Eric Yost, big, and we, getting to do this, and we work on them during the day sometimes and stuff while we're at work. So that does it. My beautiful girlfriend, all her love and support. You guys, like I said, if it wasn't for y'all putting this on, we couldn't do this. And this is about as good as it gets. It's no series is ever perfect, but it's about as close as you can get.
Chris Bailey, your 2022 Cup Series champion, takes home the old Winston Cup trophy. Let's take a look at the National Championship feature results. The Kidwell's top 2. Craig Smith, the one guy we want to highlight here, JZ.
Yeah, we normally bust on him for being in the back all the time, but like Bill talked about earlier tonight, sometimes we'll just run the same setup, throw it in the trailer, pull it back out the next week, and the track just came to him tonight. Good work. As someone buy that man a Busch Latte.
Yeah, La Canada back in 7th. He had us going for a long time there starting up front. He's been running good and just got shuffled way, way back on the last couple laps of the race, and it really cost him.
Just enough to get that championship. Let's go down and talk to Alex. All right. I'm down here with our 2022 DNQ National Champion, Alex LaCanada, and it looks like the Busch Series is going to take home that war this year. The 3 races, you were the best kart in those 3 races. Describe what it was like running this thing.
I mean, it was tough. There's a lot of fierce competitors out there, but to get in on a waiver, not even supposed to be here, and then end up with the championship is it's pretty unreal.
Talk about those last couple laps where you got moved out of the way there. Do you think it was pretty much done at that point, or what?
Yeah, I just got absolutely shipped there on the last 5-degree restart, but that's what these DNQ races are made of. So we rebounded and got I think a 6th place finish. So was sweating it a little bit, but we got it in the end.
And what is Troy Davis's bonus going to be from this race here?
Well, he's definitely getting the bottle of champagne to the face, and I'll buy him a couple cases of Busch Light, and hopefully we can renew our contract for next year. He was a solid crew chief all year long. He supported me the most out of anybody, and just got to thank him and Zane Smith, Sheldon Creed, my buddies Sam Emery, even Leighton Sybil. He's part of the program. My girlfriend Alyssa. Just everybody that comes out and helps us out. It's been a really fun year. Can't wait for next year.
2022 DNQ National Champion Alex Lacanata. Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series, Robert Showalter gets the win in tech, so he will be our winner for tonight. Jen Welsh, P2 finish. Got to talk to her. Jamie Edwards, that moves him up to 3rd. A great run for him.
Great run for both of them. Jen Welsh, yeah, congrats, because she's had some tough luck this year, so great to see her get up front and get that podium finish. Jamie Edwards, that celebration is going to be big back at the shop.
Yeah, Tatuja's top 5 run, not too shabby for him, but again, Ms. Welch had a pretty wheel all night. She deserved every bit of that P2, and a little bit more luck, maybe even could have pulled out a W tonight.
Let's go down and talk to our champion, Robert Showalter. Down here, your Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series champion, Robert Showalter, 2nd championship in DNQ. This one's got to feel pretty good. Hard-fought championship, though.
Yeah. It was definitely hard. The weather was looking really good today, and then it came and rained and wasn't as best as we wanted, but actually the track turned out to be pretty good. It was pretty smooth. It had quite a bit of bite in it, and it was fun racing on. So props to Jeremy getting it ready for us to run the fall final. And 2 championships, one with the Busch car with the slick tires and now with the treaded tires. And now we just got to work on our Cup program and take that away from Bailey over there. So we ran really consistent with the Cup card, and we missed a couple races and it was bad. So all these classes are real competitive. So just trying to jump in one and just try to go and win all the races ain't going to happen. So there's a lot of good karts out here, and the win championship just really shows your consistency and will to win, I guess. So
yeah, the Winston Cup point system, you pretty much have to be the most consistent kart out there. This is just a great championship, and you got anybody to thank?
So we kind of have a sponsorship. We have an independent buy-hanging business, and pretty much all the race teams, we kind of they help pay for it unknowingly, I guess. But they we and the guys at the shop, we tinker with stuff, and we shrinking, stretching tires, still dynoing motors, and trying to find the best ones, and trying to find little gray areas that we can get around with, and I guess the teams for my job that supply me the money to be able to fund to do this, and it's like any race team. If you can out money the next competitor, you're gonna probably run better than them. So I'm glad with the Dash Championship. It's really cool. Little tires all the way around, and but I really want to get that Cup Championship. That's a big trophy over there. It will look good on my mantle.
Robert Showalter going to have to settle for the Dash Championship this year. He's your 2022 Fit Stop Performance USAC Series. Unbelievable win for Stephen Broy. He's our highlighted guy no matter what. I don't care where everybody else finished. Great win for him. First career win. Very good and well-earned.
Absolutely. Won that race. Didn't just screw around. He went up there, passed the best guys in the business, and won that race. So fantastic run for Stephen Broy. Great to see things going his way now.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a great race in the USAC race there. Did it too, not like a a leftist ballot harvesting tool to get the fan vote. He won that all on his own with all-out speed, man. I hope someone buys that man a beer.
Great run, Stephen Broy, and let's go down and talk to our champion, Kyle Beatty, who put on a clinic there at the end of that feature. Your 2022 Fit Stop Performance USAC Series champion is Kyle Beatty. Kyle, I almost thought Adam won the championship because I looked at the scoring and I thought you were 21 and not 82, and it messed me up. But you made one heck of a drive back from getting spun out to get all the way back to fourth to win that championship. What was that run like?
Yeah, so this car is a brand new car. I ended up selling the one that I had been running the whole time. So I had the 82 number for I think 2 races or something in the beginning, and then since then I'm in 21, but I guess I'm stuck with 82 the whole season because that's what I started with. But the clutch was slipping the whole time. I thought that I was going to do something right and put on a different clutch, and it was probably worse than the one I had. So it was really good when I was under green. We had that big green flag run, and the car was really good. I got out front past Adam, and then the thing was just on rails. And then we had a yellow, and it didn't take off, and Adam actually beat me to the line, and then they called that back, and we had to try it again. And then Steven got by me on the next one, which Steven did a great job too. Mine just wouldn't get up and go. So then after that, I was in second to Steven, and I knew I had to choose the outside because it wouldn't go. So I had to try to get the momentum on the top and try to roll with it, and that was a horrible choice. Adam and I kind of got into each other in 3 and 4 and coming out of 4, and then I got in the fence a little bit, and I came back down, and Mike was right there and jumped my left rear, and then it hooked me pretty much head on in the fence and kicked the chain off and knocked the Nerf bar out. So then we had to do a little pit side repair up on the top there and get the chain back on. And then I think we had 5 or 6 to go, and no more cautions. So I had to pass everybody. Luckily, we had that mud down there, so there was the racing groove was up off the bottom, so I was able to put the left sides pretty much solidly in the mud and come back to finish 4th, which was just enough.
What was it like running this series this year and being able to be a champion in it? There's a lot of stiff competition. What was it like for running this whole season?
Yeah, I hadn't run flat carts. Well, I'd never run champ carts before this year, and I hadn't run flat carts since I was my son's age, really. So, Adam's been doing this stuff for the last couple of years, and he brought him into the shop, right? So we started building them, and I can't let Adam have all the fun. So I came out and came out to support Adam really, and try to build the series up and the classes and stuff, and to have me, Adam, and Mike the top 3 the whole time, or at least the last several races, has been really cool. I think we finished first, second, and third in the points, which is really good for our brand. I know there's a lot of really good cars, and a lot of guys are running a lot of other stuff, but to be week in and week out really good, and we've had a lot of different track conditions, and the cars are really good. And the car that I sold actually won at a different track, so I feel really good about the cars, and we put a lot of effort into it, and I'm glad it's paying off.
Your 2022 Fit Stop Performance USAC Series champion, Kyle Beatty. Arca Series first feature, Matt Noyce gets his first career win. He's our highlighted driver of the night. Great job for him, and it's been a long road for him, so it's good to see him finally win.
Yeah, somebody that's not used to running up front. Great to see him finally get the win. And he led flag to flag, so he didn't back into that one either.
Yeah, nice run. That pun was sitting there all night, so I was waiting to make it. Stewart did really good tonight too. Reimer top 5. Moat fell way back. I believe he started on the front row for this race, if I'm not mistaken. And again, Norris champion, but was hoping to see him have a little bit more speed tonight to celebrate with.
In the second feature of the night, we had Zach Fowler take the win. Campolonia, another top 2 finish. Brandon Jones is in the 3rd spot. Will Monroe, good run for him.
I think probably the most exciting move of the race was Jonathan Stewart back in 10th, though. Cutting the whole track right up in front of traffic. That was wild.
Yeah, that's about it. It was the same feature from earlier. Just shook it up and changed up a little bit. But Fowler, good run, man. It always feels good to get the first run under the belt.
Let's go and talk to our Arca Series champion, J.R. Norris. Well, down here with J.R. Norris, who is the Arca Series champion. J.R., we split this field earlier in the year. We let the national guys go their national stuff, and the guys who kind of just start racing here in D&Q run for the Arca Championship. Took that home tonight. How does it feel to win that championship?
Well, to be honest with you, I would have liked to have won one of these races, but I mean, I can tell you with this whole Predator deal, it's tough. Even with them split, it's a really tough field. But to bring home the championship, it feels good. There's always been champions who hadn't really won a race. It's not really something you like to say, but for Adam and Auto Lube and Repair and all the guys, it's a pretty good feeling to be able to bring it home like this.
Yeah, what was it like racing in this series this year? Did you guys have a lot of fun? I know there's a sharp learning curve when you come out here, lots of competition.
The competition's unreal in this deal, but it is a lot of fun. It gives us guys like me and you and all the other guys that spend every weekend on the road, it gives us something to do to come have fun. Some nights are a little rougher than others, hence tonight, but all in all, I look forward to it every month.
J.R. Norris, your 2022 Arca Series champion. So always good to talk to J.R. Norris and all of our champions after tonight's events. And the track is still wet from not only the celebrations here in the backstretch at Millbridge Speedway, but all these champions. And there's some that came down to the last lap. I mean, we ran all year 10 races, and it came down to 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about D&Q. There's no stages, no fucking playoffs, bullshit, no nothing. It's just run the whole year, and it still comes down to one corner. And these guys were all able to get it done, some by bigger margins than others, but there you see it. That's the best at D&Q for 2022.
Yeah, look at the grins on these guys' faces. I mean, they know they earned it. There was no gimmick. There was no trickery that got them there. It was just being better and kicking everyone else's ass every week they showed up. So well-earned, well-deserved. Already excited for next year. I think it's going to be an awesome season.
And there it is, the celebratory champagne celebration by all the champions. And it is a long year. I mean, we run once a month for 10 months. These guys do a lot of work to get to this point here. And it's got to mean a lot to not only take home that awesome Winston Cup trophy, but for drivers that have run all year to actually get that championship at the end of the year. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell who's won races and sprayed champagne before, though, out of that group. I wouldn't say Alex Lasagna was at the top of the skill level on that. But you know what? You got to win some. You got to spray some champagne to get better at it. And, yeah, look at all the smiles around there. Everybody's happy. And once everybody goes home, I'm sure the countdown to Daytona is going to start.
Yeah, racers race, Bill. You know this. They're probably going to be in the shop tomorrow morning, tearing stuff down, working on that jig, making some new bends, some new front-end geometry for next year, and they're going to come out stronger and faster than ever.
We've got the Nationals coming up, and then we've got Miltona. So we know the preseason Thunder will be starting in January as we watch the Auto Lube and Repair guys celebrating their ARCA championship. A great season, a great year. 2020 was awesome. We got the Nationals, which is for fun. We got the Josh Long Memorial coming up soon. But I want to thank all you guys for tuning in for this 2022 season. And next year is our 9th year of running Millbridge Speedway on dirt. And for the D&Q Karting Series, this was year 10 from the foundation of it. So I want to thank all of you guys. It would not be like it is today without your support, and especially you guys in the booth. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yo, you didn't really have a choice, Bob.
Yeah, it was a good time. I love calling these races. These drivers put on a hell of a show. Jeremy and Ashley do a hell of a job getting these tracks together and in good shape. Get so creative with the intercourse that they run for us, getting the fair race together. We run on asphalt sometimes. Good race.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us for the 2022 season. We'll see you at Nationals, and if not, we'll definitely see you guys at the 9th annual Miltona 50 starting in the 2023 season.